Okay, so I'm really, really excited. We're going to have a 30-minute training session, and I have lots of different topics, but if you have specific topics that you want me to train about on Tuesdays, tell me what those are, or put them in the chat that's off to the side. You can chat for sure, and I'd be happy to add those to my list. So if we're focusing on one or two things that we're training on for 30 minutes, and then we have a 30-minute work session, I feel like we can cover a lot of ground. We can cover a lot of topics. In a month's time, you can literally learn about 4 to 8 different things if we're trying to cover a couple topics at one time. So for today, well, let's just throw it out there, because I know that what I want to talk about, but maybe it doesn't even apply to you. So for those that are on, and if you can't talk, type it off to the side in chat. What things, and if you don't feel comfortable talking about it, you can send it to me privately in chat. What things do you feel like are holding you back from your goals that you want to go in the next 3 months? What things are you struggling with? Is that posting, motivation, belief, self-doubt, your audience? How do you display yourself on Facebook? What things are you needing to work on?
I'll go. For me, I feel like I'm really working hard because like I'm boosting posts, and I'm contacting lots of people, but I'm just, I get some likes, but I'm not really getting engagement back. My Facebook, my personal Facebook page, I rarely get engagement back for any of my It Works posts, right?
Okay.
So even though, I'm going to different people's pages and I'm commenting and I'm liking, but with my boost, the positive side of doing the boost is I am getting a lot of likes in there, and Gary kind of coached me on, what I should do when I get a like, how I should message them. And so, I'm getting some interaction, a little bit of interaction, and I've even gotten one person who says, they're very interested. And the good part is that as I find those people, I'm adding them as friends. So I'm increasing my Facebook page.
Okay, good.
But it's a little disheartening when, you're not getting the engagement, and like you get so excited because, oh my God, they're giving 2 boxes of wraps away. Why isn't anybody jumping in,
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I have some help. That's one thing that I want to share today, is to help with your engagement. So thank you for that. And then Taz gave me some comments. She needed help with messaging, follow-up, approaching people, and closing the deal. So we have those written down. And then Leanne, I don't know if you can talk or if you want to type, and Samantha.
Do you want to hear something funny?
Sure.
Wait, never mind. I'll tell you. I was going to say, I totally don't have any pants on right now because I was cold, so I took my dress off.
You're funny. Well, I have pants on, but they're not cute.
Well, I'm trying to put my leggings on, but then you started talking to me. Okay, so I'm kind of with, I don't know who just talked, but I was in the other room, not seeing, but I'm with that. Like, I'm posting a lot, and I feel like I'm talking and trying to, like, change my posts or being, like, more myself, but I'm not getting any, like, engagement. So I don't know how to change that. But I also, like, I've been trying to add different friends. This may sound really vain for a second. So I kind of noticed that a lot of the, sorry, just bear with me while I'm saying this. A lot of, like, the team leaders, like Alyssa and Ashley, a lot of their girls are very, like, put together and, like, ambitious looking. So I've been only adding girls that look like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I've been trying to get more ambitious people, because I feel like there's not very ambitious people on my team, or not my team, sorry, not my team, my pages, like my friends on Facebook.
Your audience, yeah.
That. So, but I feel like those are, I don't know. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yep. Yep.
Don't know what to do to get engagement.
We got that. Okay, perfect. And then Leanne?
Sorry, it's going to be kind of crazy because I'm getting in my car, I'm leaving work, but I'm kind of feeling the same way. Like, I feel like my posts and stuff, like, I'm trying to still learn how to, like, make my posts very, like, engaging and, like, wanting them to, like, when they see my posts, it's not just, like, oh, keep scrolling. Like, it's, like, captures the eye, I guess, if that makes sense.
Right.
Like, so I'm still trying to, like, deb into that. And also, like you guys were saying, like, I'm getting a ton of likes, like, on Instagram or Facebook, but, like, I don't really know how to, like, come forward and say, hey, like, hi, you guys are awesome, like, come try my products. Like, I don't know how to put that in a message clearly that doesn't make me sound like I'm too salesy.
Okay, perfect. All right. So, except for Leanne, she's driving. I want everyone else to have a piece of paper, if you can, please. Piece of paper and pen. And I want you to follow along with me, and I have a little activity for you. And so I'm going to do screen share and show you this little activity. And I'm sure you've all seen it before, but we're going to do it again. And here we go. All right. If I can figure out how to move it. Jeez. Okay. So we all know this. I've done it a few times. Oh, these kids are killing me tonight. I want you to put your name in the middle, and I want you to have some spokes. 8 spokes is probably good. Okay. And then I want you to start thinking about not only what your interests are, but what are you absolutely passionate in love with that describes you, but makes you interesting, that your Facebook might find useful. And so, so I'll just say, let's see. Okay. This is a lot harder on here. I hope you're playing along with me right now. Oh, geez. Are you guys playing along? Good, Sherry. Thank you. Oh, let's see. See, I'm even trying to come up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Someone's chatting. Let me see what you're saying. Okay. So Taz says, what if you've been doing that and you feel like it's just not interesting enough? You feel like your interests are a bore. And so that's where I can relate with that. So let's just think outside the box for a second, for a minute right now. Where did my thing go? There we are. Okay. So, and feel free to be off mute if you need to. But when I'm looking at this, and I know you think they might be a bore, but when I'm talking about these things, how can we take these things to the next level with your posting? How can we make it, like Samantha was saying, your wording that you used, that their team, they're like super put together, and what did you call them? Those people that you're looking for, more people that are put together.
Professional.
Yeah, she had like a word that really, it's a level above. So how can I have a level above on my inspiration? Do I just put up a cute little graphic that I find on, so for instance, again, bear with me, I know you guys have already seen this before, but if I went to gold and pink inspiration, images, okay, so how, if I love gold and pink, or if I only want gold, then, Allie, literally in the middle of a meeting, okay? Sometimes I have patience, today I don't. Okay, so here's some beautiful inspiration. And I do not claim to have all the answers, Taz. So maybe we can think a step above and be like, okay, this kind of inspirational quote speaks my language. I love how this looks. I love how the font, it feels like me. So you can use this once in a while. But what I love for a step above is to edit your pictures where you have a selfie or it's with your children and you put one of these with it on top of your picture, because instead of it just being you saying a graphic that says stay focused, it's now you with it on the side of your face that says stay focused. Now it's Taz that gives you a little bit more power, a little bit more strength, and you become that role model. This is still good. These quotes are still amazing, and these are great to put on your Instagram or on your Facebook, but incorporate them to your inspiration, that you become that inspirational person. Let's see. Oh no, you can't see what I'm showing? Can you guys not? Oh, sorry. Hang on.
I can see it.
You can see the wording?
Yeah. Oh, I'm on my phone, but it says you have to pinch it and expand it to see.
I can see the words that you were drawing out, but when you went to show your images, I couldn't see the images.
Okay, one sec. Hang on. Let's try this. Super sorry. Could you see this? Taz, were you able to see this before?
Yes. No, I didn't actually see that before,
Okay.
but I can see it now.
So I just typed in gold inspirational quotes and it came up with a bunch of gold. And I love saving all of these at one single time. And I will type in, I'll save them to my desktop or on your phone, and you can have a folder that says gold inspiration dash make it happen, gold inspiration dash hello. Something that you can grab based off of one word, what you're looking for that moment. But you can use this, or you can put this on top of one of your selfies with a beautiful, Taz, you do great with your pictures. And so a photo with you off to the side, it simply just says dream or sensational, or she believed she could, so she did. But I feel like that takes it up to the very next level. So let's look at another one. Or Taz, why don't you tell me what your spokes are, and we'll work with that.
Well, I was finding it hard to come up with something, but I did end up filling them all out. Well, I've got healthy eating, traveling, family time, kids crafts, women and self-care in general. It works as well, interior design, and fashion and beauty as well. Not that I am that, but I want to aspire to be that.
That's exactly it. And I apologize. I was listening, but I should have been writing down. And so what I got was children's crafts, interior design, self-care. It works, which is,
Yeah.
again,
And just healthy eating and traveling and family time and fashion and beauty.
okay. All right. So for the interior design, I know that you've been doing some great posts. So something that I would do would be either go into Google or into Pinterest and maybe focus on living room. So your lounge, you would look for those ideas. And I would find about 10 different photos that you just loved or things that spoke your feeling with the lounge. And then I would move on to the kitchen and the bedroom and different outdoor spaces. And maybe it could even be as finding 2 or 3 photos and asking your audience, which one do you like best? Which item speaks to you? I'm wanting to expand my interior design. Which one's your favorite? So that you can get some engagement there. But I feel like it's, if you had the spokes, which I don't know if I erased it. So I had 8 spokes. And if you tried to come up with 10 items for each of those spokes, so 10 for children's crafts, 10 for interior design, 10 for self-care, 10 for healthy eating, and so on, that's 80 posts. 80. And if we can try to think a little outside the box with maybe one of those posts, maybe one of those 10 is a question. Which one do you like? Maybe another one is, what is going on out there? Taking more photos of your food, photos while your children are helping you with healthy eating. I know you take a lot of photos with them drinking their greens or things like that, but people are watching. So what I'm looking for is a variety of your posts versus selfie, 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 it works, hair, skin, nails, selfie, 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 and I get caught in that mode. As long as our Facebook and Instagram has a variety of interests showing who we are, that's the beginning. And so this is more of setting up. It's preparing the ground, preparing that the artwork for people to look at. So if we're just trying to have a variety of things that we post about, people can see inside of who we are. Maybe one of those 10 posts in each category is a live video. Where you're talking about, like I was talking about travel and how I love to travel and I find cheap deals all the time, and that went crazy. Maybe you're really good at children's crafts and where you go find those ideas. Just share with people because people want to know, well, where do you get those ideas from? Where do I begin? And so just go live sometimes and just ramble and share your thoughts and tell them why you like doing children's crafts. Tell them where you go and how much you spend. And people will follow you for that. But truly, doing those live videos creates more of an audience than ever before. And so if we can try to do those more often, that's going to help your audience. So creating your personality is number one. That's really, really important for them to see who are you, because if we're not showing them that there's a wall, there's no relationship being built because they don't know who you are. So don't be afraid to be carefree and charismatic on your live videos. And don't worry if you're making mistakes. Don't worry if your kids are running around in the background. Interact and engage with your audience while you're on your live. Ask them questions, because the more you ask them questions, the more they are going to be commenting, and your engagement goes up, and then Facebook, more people see it. So now we're showing them who we are. You're showing them your personality, and you're finding posts that look pretty. Sherry was asking, how do you do that? Well, I use several apps that I love. I love WordSwag. I think it was it $3.99? I think it was $3.99. I've never purchased an app before in my life except for this one, and I love it. So all the pictures that you see with me with words on it come from WordSwag. And it's really easy to do. And if you don't know how to do it, you can actually go onto YouTube, and on YouTube you can ask how to use WordSwag, and lots of people have tutorials on how to use WordSwag. So it took some practice to add editing, brighten your picture, add contrast. Is the angle very good? So Sherry and Leanne, I don't know, I haven't looked at your guys' Facebook recently. I have several YouTube videos on how to edit your photos and how to make them look good. So go to my YouTube and go look for that video as well. So don't focus on how many people are responding to my It Works post. I don't worry about that. I think of it as a game for my personal post. How many people are going to engage on my personal stuff? That's what I care about. Because if people are looking at my personal stuff, I know they're looking at my It Works stuff. So I don't worry about it. So let's talk about the engagement and following up and reaching out and all of that real quick. And then that's what we're going to be focusing on during our work session. Many people do it a little bit differently, and that's okay. I want you to find what works best for you and how you can stay organized. Brianna, so I have a binder with lots of tabs on the inside. And my tabs say PDT for potential distributor, and PLC for potential loyal customer, IG for Instagram, things like that. Brianna takes it one step further and has a tab for LC Greens, LC Wraps, LC Hair, Skin, Nails, and anyone who is a potential loyal customer that says, oh, I want to try the hair, skin, nails, she finds the tab for hair, skin, nails and writes that person's name down under hair, skin, nails, that if we ever have a special, let's say we have BOGO or something, she reaches out to them and says, hey, I know that you're interested in hair, skin, nails. We have a special, yada, yada, whatever. So she keeps a running list in her LC, but then she also adds them to this category so that she knows exactly what they're interested in, which I think is a great idea. I have done it several ways where for my hundreds list, sorry, I have a tab for a hundreds list, and we did Black Friday BOGO. Remember Black Friday BOGO? And I'm like, who wants, buy one, get one free wraps? And I'll just open it up instead of holding it up. I wrote it right here, Black Friday BOGO. And then I wrote down everyone's name who was interested in Black Friday BOGO. So number one, I need to go back through and just follow up and say, hey, I know you were interested in BOGO. We have, and I just thought of this, we have BOGO distributor. You can earn an extra box. You can get an extra box of wraps for free just by signing up for a distributorship. If BOGO ever comes around again, I have this whole sheet of paper that tells me who was interested in BOGO the first time. And I can go ahead and message them. So I want to still engage with them. I will go to their Facebook wall and like and comment. And like and comment comes loosely. I need to say I comment and like. I comment more than I like because people focus on the comments more than they do the likes. I did a family picture, and so I posted a family picture, so I titled this family picture, and there's 2 rows. There's 50 people just right there, plus on the back, there's 75 people who liked and commented on our family photo for our family. That's all people that care about our family or like the photo. So I have to go back through and comment and like on every single one of these people. I'm not going to worry if some of those people are on my last one for the Friday BOGO. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just writing it down based on what post that was. So Allie was getting baptized. Here's baptism. Here's another 2 rows. And on the back, so this is almost 100 people that were showing love on our post for Allie's baptism. This has nothing to do with the business. They care about our family. They wanted to show that they were showing some support. So instead of me thinking dollar signs, who can I get for a loyal customer? Who can I get for a distributor? No, I'm ignoring that. I'm taking that list and I'm reaching out and I'm commenting, I'm engaging, I'm sending private messages. Maybe they haven't posted for a while, so I'll just post and say, hey, thanks for showing so much support and love for our family. I really appreciate you. I hope your family's doing well. And I'll post that on their wall. If there's something that I want to privately ask, how are your holidays? How's your dad feeling? I might put that in a private message. But all it is just engaging with them and showing love and caring for them just like they did for me. That's all that is. But now, because I'm engaging with them, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I wonder what she's up to. They're going to go back and stalk my Facebook. Oh, she has BOGO distributor? What is that? And they might start asking questions. But I can guarantee you, the more that you can focus on engaging and building those relationships with others, talking to them on Facebook and Instagram or face-to-face, the more that you can build that relationship and put aside thinking of them as loyal customer or distributor, they're going to come to it when it's time for them anyway. But you have to be present on your Facebook or Instagram for them to know what you even do. The more that we can show feeling in our posts, like when you're writing something, you need to be thinking, is this really my language? Is this speaking from my heart? So when I'm typing something, I think that I'm actually writing to someone out there that needs exactly what I have to say. And I don't know of someone specifically, but I might be thinking, okay, who out there is struggling? Or Sherry, who out there has lost their husband? And maybe they don't have any money to live off of. I need to talk to her. And I'm going to share it in a post. I'm going to tell her how grateful I am for this business. So use feeling in your post, and that's going to grab people. Okay, so let's open it up to you guys. It feels really fast if we only have a 30-minute meeting. So open it up. I feel like if we can work on just a few little things for one time, and maybe you can implement this for the next week, see how it goes, and then our next meeting, we can work on something else, work on that for the next week, see how it goes. Maybe those little steps will help. Maybe you guys need something different. I'm open, but share with me what your thoughts are right now. And be honest. If you're like, Colette, you're up in the night, tell me I'm up in the night. I want to help you, and if I'm not doing that, I'm not doing my job. So speak. Sherry, you're on mute.
I said, who's speaking? Well, I created another Facebook page that just really dedicated to healthy living. And on that page, I am not posting really any work stuff. I'm posting, how do I change a recipe to something that's healthy, right? How do I convert it? And so then, I set up an event for a Saturday afternoon, and it's public, right? So I invited a bunch of people that are on my Facebook list and said, hey, this is just an event to talk about, healthy living, and what are you doing? And here's what I'm doing. Let me share some of my tips, my tools. Nobody showed up. Nobody. So, that's when, you're like, because I'm not a person when I'm going to speak, I take time to prepare for it. So, so I had a whole presentation I actually put together for it, which probably took me 2 hours to put together. So, and it's not lost because I have it and I'll set up another event, but still, it gets frustrating when you've invested that amount of time when we're all short on time. So, but I'm getting a lot of likes.
Oh, good. Good. So when you start building this new page, how are you going to then get them over to your personal page where you do advertise about It Works? How will you incorporate that?
Well, my plan is like when I'm doing an event like that and I'm talking about, here's the program. I'm on a 90-day program, and I'm doing, smoothies and I kind of I'm using supplements to do this. And, if you're interested in kind of knowing the products I use, I'm happy to share those with you. And that's when then I kind of point them to my page.
Right. Okay. That sounds good. I like that approach. Taz, were you going to say something?
I don't know if I was going to say something. No, I don't have anything to say right now.
Okay. I thought I saw your box light up, but maybe it was just background noise. I think like if you specifically need some help, then I think we need to have a private message and we need to like work one-on-one and let me look at your Facebook. Look at that closely. And if it's set up right, like Taz, I really feel like yours is set up right. I'm not sure if you're needing to take it to another level necessarily because your posts
Are you talking about my business page or
No.
my profile?
Personal page.
Ah.
Yeah. So I just think, maybe because you're starting to see new interest, I think your lives are going great. And maybe it's just time because sometimes it takes 3 months of planting those seeds to finally see them come. And I think that's starting to come, but it wouldn't hurt for us to look again and really look at your profile with a fine-tooth comb, look and see what needs to be done. I don't think your interests are boring. I think, how can we be relatable with your audience? But I loved what Sam said. It's like, at one point, I was adding a lot of people from my business page to my personal page. But, forgive me, but a lot of them are not quality leads. So looking for the quality leads, it's a little bit more tricky. We have to be a little bit more creative with where we're looking for these leads. Or in your business post, what are your tag words for boosting to find those leads that have the same interest? So I was looking for people specifically in the makeup industry. So my tagline was like, hashtag Sephora, it was MAC, it was Too Faced, like all these high-end makeup brands. So because I put that in there, those people that are interested in that are the ones liking my post because I'm targeting that market. So I was increasing my level, my standard by my.
Sorry. My phone's dead, so I have to have my cord like going this way.
That's fine.
I love that though, what you just said. Thank you about the tags. That makes, because
Yeah.
my business page isn't getting any quality things at all. It's like, I don't know, like I guess it does every once in a while, but it never goes anywhere. So
Right.
Colette, I have a question quickly.
Yeah.
So the thing is, when I say that, like, I feel boring, is because, like, I feel like I'm constantly posting the same thing because I'm a stay-at-home mum and I don't go anywhere. Like, I literally don't go anywhere in the day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm home all day, and we don't have money to buy. Like, I don't have money to buy flash, like, any makeup, let alone branded makeup. We don't even have money to go out for a coffee with me and my husband so I can take a photo to say we were just at a cafe. Like, we can't go anywhere. Like, don't even have gas to go down to the park sometimes, you know? Right. So that's why I sometimes feel that I'm a bore, because I think sometimes people think I'm like a hobbit or something stuck at home, because every live video is like in the same room or in this, you know, doing the same thing. Like, we do crafts and we do like heaps of fun things here at home, but people want adventure, and like I have an adventurous spirit. It's just that we don't have money to have adventure.
Okay. I'm going to stop you right there for a second.
Yeah.
So I take my live videos from the same place all the time, almost from my bedroom, almost always. Otherwise, it might be in my car. But I want you to, and forgive me, there is nothing wrong with you currently not being able to go buy a coffee or go have an adventure. You have an adventurous spirit, just like you said. And I just forgot, one of those little spokes has to be adventure/dreams. I want you to make a list of what your adventures that you've been on, the adventures that you want to go on, the adventure that your husband wants to do, the ones you want to do. What are all of those things? And you can go find a photo on Pinterest or Google of what you want to do. This business is helping me dream, and this is one of our dreams. This is Leon's dream, and I can't wait for that day to see the look on his face when we actually make it come true. Or what a fun adventure that we went on to South Africa. Use those. Trickle those in. No one knows the difference. I didn't even remember that you're not able to do that until you reminded me that you don't get to go anywhere, because your photos are so fun. And the fact that you're such a good mom and that you're there, that's amazing. Not where I live, most people work outside of the home, and they would be like, I wish I could be like Taz, always being home. So change the mindset. It's not a negative. Look at all the positives and then incorporate the dreams and the adventures. I love you.
Hey, Colette, and you know, Dress for Success kind of uses that same philosophy. They say you have to dress the part that you want to be, right? And you can take that to that same point of, if it's adventure or it's a dream, or like for me, I love cooking, you know. So even if you don't have it today, you can pretend the part for what you want it to be. And I love your ideas of go find pictures of that represent what you want to do. You know, that show, hey, this is my dream. Or like the other day, I posted a picture of a salmon niçoise salad, right? Now, I made salmon niçoise salad, but it wasn't a picture of what I made. It was much more beautiful, you know, and I did not say a word when people were like, oh my God, that's gorgeous, you know. Didn't say a word that it wasn't mine, you know?
I made one.
Yes, exactly. I made it. Exactly.
That's good. Any other thoughts? Sam?
Oh,
What?
I have to unmute myself. Okay, I have a question. It's kind of a little off topic. Can you walk me through what you say? Sorry, can you see me? What you
Yeah.
say to like a potential distributor. So I have a lot of people that will comment on, or not a lot of people. Okay, if I have someone that comments, we'll start talking, but then it goes nowhere. Does that make sense?
Yep. And it happens a lot. So, in fact, I've got one that she just messaged me while we were doing this Zoom. So I'm going to read what I wrote to her. I've literally been talking to her about this for 2 years. And she always avoids my messages. But yet she'll reach out and she'll say, okay, I've been thinking about joining your team again. And so then I'll start talking to her and then radio silence. I'm like, it was your idea. So, okay. So this is what I said to her. And I have several different approaches because I also have someone who doesn't know me, who said they're interested off of my post that said, if all you had to do is pay $99 and you could earn $500, and then in a year it'd be $17,000. If you saw my post that I posted, was that today or yesterday? Someone said interested. I've never spoken to her before. So what do I say to that? So here's two different scenarios. So this girl, her name's Kim, and I do know her. We used to live in the same neighborhood 6 years ago during our bankruptcy. And she says, this was a couple months ago. Hi, Colette. I've thought about you with all the stuff that she's going through with her oldest, crazy hard times, blah, blah, blah. And they skip through all the drama. Anyway, I'm on a new journey and I'm going to be a distributor. But I need to learn more first. I want to wear at work shirts and do her makeover business and start drinking greens, yada, yada, and ask people if they want to sell it. I mean, just right out, she's asking, what do I do? So I acknowledge, I'm sorry about the hard times you're going through. I've been thinking about your family. I acknowledge them first. I talk about our relationship first. How are your kids first? Let's talk about the business now. Then she ignores me. Life is busy. I'm guessing that either she's scared or she's got a lot of family drama going on, and so she just didn't have the time. So I reached out to her yesterday because of BOGO, and my message to her, Kim, I'm not one to pester. If you're still tossing around the idea of being a distributor, now is the time because of this huge sale that goes until Thursday. When you join, you get $200 of free product to sell, giving you immediate profit. You are not on a time limit to do any sales. You won't have to place a set amount of orders to stay active because other companies say you have to pay this amount or you're not even an active distributor. You don't have to promote in a certain time. You can take it at your own pace. But this is the perfect opportunity to join now. Set it aside for a bit if you need to, but know you jumped in at the right time. So that was yesterday. I'm just honest with them. And I don't copy paste. I used to. I don't. Because here I'm talking to someone who needs this for a specific reason. It is not copy paste for everybody. So she just wrote back. How much is it? How much is it to join? The wedding is February 18th, so I'm crazy busy. But with that, I'm really looking to start being a distributor. So I think I could do this. So all I did I just said it's $99 plus tax, and you'll get $200 worth of wraps for free. And then I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait and see what she says. I used to overthink it. I used to overcomplicate it. And now I just try to speak to them as a person. So now, the other person that messaged me, I said, I said, hi, hun. You said you were interested on my personal page about earning extra money from home. Do you have time today to visit about the details or watch a short 15-minute video that I did on YouTube that explains what I do? I would love to have you join my team. And her reply, a thumbs up.
I hate that stupid button.
That darn thumbs up. So I just sent her my YouTube link that I made just a couple days ago, my 15-minute video. I don't know her. I would rather say, can we chat? And I would do a Facebook video chat. If you don't know how to do that, it's that button right there, that video. And it starts calling them and you can see each other face to face. And you can, and all I do not give all the information. Hey, what's the reason why you think this would be a fit for you? What are you wanting to get out of joining my team? What's your motivation? What are your goals? And I wait and listen. Another girl that's supposed to be signing up tonight, she messaged me also, and she's like, I did a live video. And I'm like, hey guys, conference is coming. They're going to be announcing big bonuses. You need to join my team now so that we can plant the seeds and get your business running so that when the announcements hit, you're prepared and not lagging behind. And it was just this lighthearted 5-minute video. She private messages me. I've never talked to her before, ever. And she says, hey, I'm interested in joining your team. I'm curious. And I says, do you know what I do? She goes, yes, I've been watching your Facebook. I have an idea of what you do. And I said, okay, do you have time to chat on video? And she's like, I'm a student. I'm at school right now. And I'm like, okay, then let's chat here. What are you looking for by joining It Works? And she's like, my schedule's crazy. I'm a newlywed. I just need something where I can do it with my own time, flexible time, do it from home and not be tied to a job and a boss and whatever. So that was my approach, is how easy she can do it from her phone. So when you find out what that person needs it for, it's easier to kind of take the conversation in that right direction. It's not always going to work. Sometimes you have to back off, but I keep them on my radar. So another way that I do that is my steps to success. This is August. Let's find the other one. Okay, here we go. So this one is January's. Here's my steps to success. And when someone says they're interested in signing up as a customer, I put their name over here. They're interested. They haven't signed yet. If they're interested in joining my team, I put them here. So I go back through all of my steps to success. I go back through all of these. Hey, hon, I know that back in August you were tossing around the idea of being a distributor. In October, this. A few months ago, you were really wanting to try the wraps, whatever. I have that kind of as a reference, but I also put them on my potential distributor list that's in my binder. And I forget. Sometimes I just forget to transfer them. And so I have all these names of people who've said they're interested, but they haven't quite pulled the trigger. So, Sam, that was a great question. Did I answer it?
I think so. Yeah, that helps a lot. Okay, so I basically did that yesterday. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Basically, I did that yesterday with the girl that messaged on my business post. And we talked for like 20 minutes, but then she had to go, and she said she'd call me back, and she never did. Should I call her? Should I text her?
I would text.
Okay. What would you say? Like what?
I would say, hey, I really enjoyed visiting with you yesterday. Did you have any additional questions? I would leave it like, did you have any additional questions that you thought of after our call?
Okay. That helps a lot. Thank you.
And then the other part would be, I think that you would be great for this reason, for XYZ, and list a reason why you think that she'd be great. Do you have any reservations? Is there anything holding you back? Find out what their fear is, because that's usually something that we didn't talk about. So let's talk about it and address it.
Okay, that helps a lot.
Yeah, I've got 3 that I'm struggling with, and the fear thing, I think is a good point. I mean, I've got a nail salon owner in Milwaukee that I've been working with for 2 years, trying to get her to be a distributor. She became a customer. She calls me on Saturdays with her customer and says, "Oh, my customer, I've been telling them about the greens and they're interested. Can you talk to them?" And she hands the phone to them. And so I messaged her yesterday and said, can we talk? And I said, you're referring customers to me, and thank you, I love that. But she's moving from Milwaukee to Texas in June, leaving her nail salon. She won't have a business. And I'm like, let's build your business with It-Works so you'll have customers.
Yeah.
When you go, right? And I said, let's get you to be the distributor and so I can put those customers under you when they order. So that's one, and it's like and I know she's going in a million different directions, and she's just so busy, but I'm like trying to figure out how to close her,
I would just say something like, you know what? I would really love to have you on my team. You are business-minded. You're fun. I know you love the products, and I would love to work with you. Let's give this a try for 3 to 6 months. See what you think. See if this can work for you.
That's essentially what I said, because over the 2 years, I mean, She is dynamic. She is one of those people that when she commits to it, she is gonna just like go.
Yeah.
And so so I am, and I know it's planting seeds. I think she's gonna do it, right? But
Yeah.
And then I have another one that's getting laid off at the same time I am next month. And she keeps saying to me, well, I'm thinking about it. And I'm just like, I think I have to say to her what you just said about, what are you afraid of?
Yeah.
Because,
Okay. That's excellent. Well, and think positive, like every day say, I'm signing a distributor today, and just think positive. So I'm going to leave you with, I just finished, where did it go? I think I put it over here. I'm so proud of myself, you guys. I have purchased a lot of personal development books, but I've not finished any of them. I'll read bits and pieces of all of them. I finally finished this one. Amazing. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Finished it. So I'm on to this one. Okay. But the foreword in the book is written, it's a one-page thing written by Dave Ramsey. And Dave Ramsey is this amazing mentor that talks about that really helps you with budgeting your money, becoming successful, not overspending. And so I'm going to read this foreword to you real quick, and it sets up why this book is called Rhinoceros Success. Okay. And let's see. All right. So I'm going to read this. It's really short. But Dave Ramsey says, ever since I was a kid, I've been fast-moving, hard-charging, go-getting kind of a guy. I remember back when I was cutting yards at 12 years old, I didn't just settle for cutting 1 yard, getting paid, and then moving on to the next. I tried to line up clients next door to each other so I could just cut 2 or 3 at one time. I challenged myself to totally blow away the hourly income of my friends flipping burgers and tearing movie tickets for minimum wage. I honestly never been into minimum anything. So when I was handed this book at a success rally in my early 20s, I immediately said, yeah, this is me. I'm a rhino. Rhinos are intense, passionate, focused. Rhinos see where they want to go and start charging, knocking down anything that gets in their way. Rhinos get things done. I believe that you have to have a rhino mentality to win in the marketplace. You have to be wired up and fired up to get something significant done in our culture today. How many times has one crazed, excited player in a football huddle turned the tide of a big game? How many times has a strong personality stepped up to a microphone and spoken life into a depressed and distressed nation? That's called leadership, and that's what rhinos do. But most people don't win because they're mediocre. They have mediocre efforts and get mediocre results, and most of them are happy with that. This book calls them cows. Cows are average, leading average lives, milling around in the field, munching cud, and keeping their heads down. In the early days of my company, I decided I wanted to surround myself with men and women who are just as focused and energetic as I am about the work we're doing. I wanted to run with rhinos. We don't allow cows to graze in our building, so I required every one of my team members to read this book in their first 90 days with the company. I want them to understand the culture that they're charging into, and I want them to know what kind of people they're going to be running with. Now, I'll be honest. This book is silly. It's even a little cheesy. The author, Scott Alexander, is a friend of mine, and I promise he knows it's silly. That's okay. This isn't an MBA textbook. It's a fun book aimed at lighting a fire underneath you. It's designed to give you the framework for understanding the rhinos and avoiding cows all around you. Rhino has become a vernacular of our company. We all know what it means because we're all charging together. I hope you read Rhinoceros Success and maybe share it with your own team and enjoy it as much as we have. Dave Ramsey. So what I love about this is I've never thought of myself as charging, go-getting, loud, commanding. I've never thought of myself that way. But it's the mentality of, I'm not going to be lazy. I'm not going to settle. This isn't good enough. It's that mindset that says, I am willing to do whatever it takes. So I feel like this book has already helped me try not to be lazy and graze and know that I need to do something to press forward and achieve my goals. So I'm excited. It's only 90 pages. I can have that done in 2 days. So what does that say? I can't see it.
So I have a loyal customer who said to me, you know, I want to try your wraps and I want to be able to in Florida show my sister the results so that maybe she'll buy some. So I said, well, if you're thinking your sister might buy some, why don't you become a distributor so then she can be your customer? So today she tried to convert from a loyal customer to, and they can't find my name in the system. So she's saying, I used Lee, also Minson, and your first name. They don't show you in the system. What am I doing wrong?
Did you give her your website?
So I gave her my ID.
Oh.
It's like, woo!
Yeah, good job. Okay, so really fast. Leanne asked, what would you say to a potential distributor who says, I don't know, there's a lot of people who sell it around me? Well, I love this question because the first thing I say is, I want you to go to Google and type in the population of your city and then your state. I love it. So if you type in the population of your city and then your state, you're going to see this number pop up. We have 150,000 distributors worldwide. US, Canada, Europe, Australia, New Zealand. Why don't you Google the population of the US or the population of Canada or Australia? It is mind-blowing, the billions of people that are around us. So the second part of this is, I went presidential in 14 months. And I don't expect people to measure up against me. I don't know how I did it. I know that I had a wonderful team that was promoting and running fast. But Michelle Tipton also was presidential 20 miles away. Nikki Hall was presidential. She was 10 miles away. Nicole Burdett, 10 miles away. Shelby Bowman, 20 miles away. There's another one. Amber Parker and
Ashley Hughes.
she was afterwards, but these are like backdoor neighbors. Huh?
Pace?
No,
Pace?
she was underneath me.
No.
My gosh. She's under Shelby. Basically, there was like 7 or 8 of us on separate teams, all promoting to presidential. There was 3 of us in the same town. And we never crossed paths with their potentials. It was so crazy. I made a YouTube video about how to, like, what it means to join It Works and Google your area. But I think that one's out of date. I think that's why I redid it. And I forgot to include it in the last one because it's so good. It might be. You might want to check the last one that I did. I did it last week. And I don't know if I said it in there or not.
I think you did.
I did?
Because I think so, because I used your link on my business page and messaged a whole bunch of people with it. Yeah, I think it was there because I remember hearing that.
Yeah. Hopefully. I used to be so scripted and I'd have all my notes and then I would sound just too monotone. And so now I just wing it. And I don't know.
Isn't that like if I go and follow you on YouTube, is that how I would find that?
Yeah. We also posted both of them in Dare to Dream recently. I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but you can find all my videos. I have videos about products. I have a video only about fat fighters or greens, like just short, tiny little videos. So I've got a lot in there. Guys, this was really good. This was a really good meeting. I hope that this helped. We're still recording, so I'm sure everyone gained something. But message me privately if we still need to address certain things, if I just didn't quite hit the nail on the head, and if we need additional work. And maybe I need to learn on that too. So message me if there's anything else that you need, and thank you everyone for joining. Have a good night.